Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, specifically looking at the 1996 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. You won't believe how much this little coin can be worth, with some examples selling for an astonishing $86,463. Stick around as we discuss the history, minting details, and the factors that make this penny extremely valuable. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video about rare and valuable coins. The history of the 1996 D. Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation for over a century. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin has seen multiple changes over the years, but the 1996 D penny is a special case. The D mint mark signifies that this penny was minted in Denver, one of the key mints producing U.S. coins. While millions of these pennies were produced, certain rare errors and high-grade specimens can be worth a fortune today. Why the 1996 D Lincoln penny is valuable now, let's talk about what makes this coin worth so much money. The standard 1996 D. Lincoln penny in average condition is not particularly rare, and most are only worth face value. However, in mint state condition, especially graded MS67 or higher, the price can rise significantly. The real game changer comes when a coin exhibits rare minting errors or is preserved in an impeccable state. Some of the key factors that influence value include high-grade condition. If a 1996 D penny is graded MS67 or MS68 by professional coin grading services like Peace GS or NGC, its value can skyrocket due to its rarity in such pristine condition. Minting errors, coins with doubling errors, off-center strikes, or die breaks are in high demand among collectors. If you happen to find a 1996 D penny with a noticeable minting error, you could be holding onto a very valuable piece. Full red coloration. The color of a Lincoln penny plays a huge role in its worth. Pennies are graded as brown, BN, red-brown, RB, or full red, RD. A 1996 D penny with full red luster is significantly more valuable than one that has toned over time. Current market value of the 1996 D Lincoln penny. The price of a 1996 D penny varies greatly depending on its condition and rarity. Let's break it down. Circulated condition. These are common and typically worth only 1 cent. Uncirculated MS65. Coins in this grade may sell for around $5 to $10. High-grade MS67 plus. The real money is in these coins, where values can range from $1,000 to $10,000. Record sale price. The highest recorded price for a 1996 D. Lincoln penny was an astounding $86,463, which was achieved due to a combination of pristine condition, rare error, and market demand at the time of sale. How to identify a valuable 1996 D. Lincoln penny. If you have a 1996 D penny and you're wondering if it could be valuable, here are some steps you can take. Examine the condition. Look for a bright red luster and minimal scratches. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass to inspect any doubling or off-center strikes. Get it graded. If you suspect your penny is in excellent condition, send it to a professional grading service to determine its true value. There you have it. The fascinating story of the 1996 D. Lincoln penny that could be worth a life-changing amount of money. If you have one of these coins, be sure to check its condition and possible errors, as you might just be holding a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you've ever found a valuable coin in your pocket change. Until next time, happy collecting! Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about an incredible discovery in the world of coin collecting, the 1982 Lincoln penny that has sold for an astonishing $93,462. That's right, a single penny worth nearly $100,000. You might even have one sitting in your pocket change right now. In this video, we'll break down the history, the different types of 1982 pennies, how to identify the rare ones, and why this particular coin is so valuable in today's market. So, if you love coin collecting or are just curious about rare and valuable pennies, make sure to watch until the end because you don't want to miss this. History of the 1982 Lincoln Cent. Let's take a step back to 1982. This was a pivotal year for the Lincoln penny because of a major change in composition. Up until this point, pennies had been made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc. However, due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint decided to switch the composition to a much cheaper alternative, 97.5% zinc with just a thin copper coating. This change significantly reduced production costs while keeping the penny's appearance the same, but here's where things get really interesting. Because the transition happened in the middle of the year, the U.S. Mint struck both copper and zinc pennies in 1982. Not only that, but there were multiple design variations. In total, there were 7 different types of 1982 pennies, and collectors have been hunting for rare varieties ever since. Different types of 1982 Lincoln pennies now. Let's break down the 7 different 1982 Lincoln cents so you know exactly what to look for. 1982 large date copper, 1982 large date zinc, 1982 small date copper, 1982 small date zinc, 1982 D large date copper, Denver Mint, 1982 D large date zinc, 1982 D small date zinc. Each of these coins looks similar at first glance, but the weight and date style can make all the difference. The large and small date varieties are key distinctions that collectors pay close attention to. How to identify the rare 1982 penny worth $93,462. So, what makes one of these pennies worth nearly $100,000? The answer lies in the 1982 D's small date copper penny. Until recently, it was believed that all 1982 D's small date pennies were struck in zinc, but a few extremely rare specimens were accidentally struck on copper planchets instead. To determine if you have this valuable penny, follow these steps. Check the mint mark. It must have a D mint mark, meaning it was minted in Denver. Look at the date style. The small date variety has a very distinct design. The number 2 in 1982 is level with the rest of the date, while in the large date version, the 2 is slightly higher. Weigh the coin. This is the ultimate test. A zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams, while a copper penny weighs 3.1 grams. If you have a 1982 D's small date penny and it weighs 3.1 grams, congratulations! You might be holding a rare and valuable treasure. Why is this penny worth so much? You might be wondering why this coin is worth nearly $100,000. The answer lies in its extreme rarity. Since the U.S. Mint had already transitioned to zinc planchets, it was never supposed to produce 1982 D's small date pennies in copper. Only a few have been discovered so far, making them one of the rarest Lincoln cents in existence. The record sale of $93,462 was achieved at a prestigious coin auction, where collectors battled to own one of these rare specimens. Because so few exist, the value of this coin is expected to increase over time, making it a holy grail for collectors. Current market value, while the $93,462 penny is an extreme case, other 1982 pennies can still be worth money depending on their condition and variety. Here's a quick look at the approximate values for different 1982 Lincoln cents in top condition. 1982 large date copper, up to $15 in mint condition. 1982 large date zinc, typically less than $11,982. Small date copper, up to $100 plus in high grade. 1982 small date zinc, up to $50 plus in high grade. 1982 D large date copper, up to $101982. D large date zinc, less than $11982. D small date zinc, around $5 to $20 in high grade, but the real jackpot is the 1982 D small date copper, which, as we mentioned, has been valued at over $93,000. How to check your 1982 pennies. If you have old pennies sitting around, you need to check your 1982 cents carefully. Here's what to do. Sort out all your 1982 pennies. Use a magnifying glass to check the date and mint mark. Weigh each one using a digital scale that measures in grams. If you find a 1982 D small date that weighs 3.1 grams, you might have hit the jackpot. The 1982 Lincoln penny is a fascinating coin with a rich history and huge potential value. While most 1982 pennies are only worth face value, rare varieties like the 1982 D small date copper are worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars. So, the next time you go through your pocket change or old coin jar, take a closer look, because you might just have a life-changing penny in your hands. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Lincoln pennies, specifically the 1981 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. You won't believe how much some of these coins are worth today. One recently sold for an astounding $63,472, and we're here to tell you why. If you have any 1981 D pennies lying around, you'll want to stick around until the end to find out what makes them valuable and how you can check if you have one in your collection. Background on the 1981 D Lincoln penny. Before we discuss the value, let's take a quick look at the history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, the design has changed slightly, but the 1981 penny still features Victor David Brenner's iconic portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. The 1981 D penny was minted in Denver, indicated by the small d mint mark just below the date on the obverse. This was the final year that the U.S. Mint produced pennies with a 95% copper composition before switching to a zinc core with a thin copper coating in 1982. This transition makes 1981 pennies among the last of the classic copper Lincoln cents, increasing their collector appeal. How many were made? The Denver Mint produced an incredible 5.3 billion pennies in 1981, making them very common in circulated condition. However, not all 1981 D pennies are created equal. Some have errors or pristine conditions that can make them extremely valuable. What makes the 1981 D penny valuable? While billions of these pennies were minted, only a few stand out due to their exceptional condition or rare mint errors. The penny that sold for over $63,000 was an MS-68 plus red condition, which means it was nearly flawless, with original red luster and no significant marks. Coins graded at this level are incredibly rare because most pennies from this era show signs of wear, discoloration, or minor defects due to mass production. Another factor that increases value is mint errors. Here are some valuable error types you should look for. Off-center strikes. These occur when the coin blank isn't properly aligned during striking. Double die errors. This happens when the design is struck twice, causing a noticeable doubling effect, especially on the date or lettering. Repunched mint marks. Some 1981 D pennies have a D mint mark that was accidentally stamped twice, creating a slight shadow effect, struck on a wrong planchet. In rare cases, pennies were accidentally struck on foreign coin blanks, making them highly desirable to collectors. Current market value. Most 1981 D pennies in circulated condition are only worth 1 to 3 cents due to their copper content. However, in uncirculated condition, values start to increase significantly. Let's break it down. MS-60, worth about 25 cents to $1. MS-65, worth about $10 to $30. MS-67, can sell for $500 or more. MS-68, rare and can fetch $5,000 to $10. 000 MS-68 plus red. This is the grade of the penny that sold for $63,472 at auction, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln Memorial cents ever sold. How to check if you have a valuable 1981 D penny. If you have a 1981 D penny, here's what you need to do. Examine the condition. The redder and shinier the coin, the higher its value. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for double dies, off-center strikes, or mint mark abnormalities. Get it graded. If your coin looks nearly perfect, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Weigh the coin. A genuine 1981 D penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's significantly different, it might be an error coin struck on the wrong planchet. The 1981 D Lincoln penny is a great example of how everyday pocket change can turn into a fortune. While most are only worth face value, a select few can bring thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars at auction. If you have any 1981 D pennies, take a closer look. You never know what treasure you might have. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video on rare and valuable coins. Drop a comment below if you think you have a rare penny, and we'll do our best to help you out. Happy hunting! Hello and welcome to our channel where we uncover the secrets of rare coins and their incredible values. Today we have an exciting topic for you. We are going to dive deep into the history, significance, and current market value of the 1974 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you're a coin collector or just someone who has an interest in rare coins, this is a video you do not want to miss. Stick with us until the end to learn how this tiny copper coin became worth an astonishing $83,672 in today's market. History of the 1974 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin has gone through several modifications over the decades. However, in 1974, something interesting happened in the world of numismatics that would change the value of certain pennies forever. During this period, the United States Mint was experimenting with different metals due to the rising cost of copper. This led to the creation of aluminum pennies as a potential replacement. While millions of these aluminum pennies were struck, the government later decided to abandon the project, leading to the destruction of most of them. However, certain 1974 pennies with specific mint marks retained their uniqueness and rarity, making them highly valuable today. Why the 1974 penny is worth a lot of money. The reason why some of these 1974 Lincoln pennies are worth a staggering amount lies in their rarity and distinct characteristics. There are three main mint marks for the 1974 penny, which are Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a small letter D, and San Francisco with a small letter S. Among these, certain errors and variations make them extremely desirable to collectors. One of the most sought-after variations is the 1974 D aluminum penny, which is incredibly rare due to the fact that almost all of them were recalled and melted down. A handful of these aluminum pennies escaped destruction, making them worth a fortune. Furthermore, even regular copper 1974 pennies with certain minting errors, such as double die obverse or off-center strikes, can fetch significant amounts at auctions. Collectors are always on the lookout for these unique errors, which can dramatically increase the value of a seemingly ordinary penny. How to identify a valuable 1974 Lincoln penny? If you are wondering whether you might have a valuable 1974 Lincoln penny in your possession, there are a few key things to check. First, examine the mint mark to determine if it is from Denver, San Francisco, or Philadelphia. Next, check for any errors such as doubling on the lettering or any off-center strikes. If you happen to come across a 1974 aluminum penny, you may be holding a rare treasure. Since aluminum pennies are significantly lighter than their copper counterparts, weighing only around 0.93 grams, you can use a scale to verify the weight. Additionally, consulting a professional coin grader can help authenticate and determine the true value of your coin. Current market value of the 1974 Lincoln penny. Now, let's talk about the market value of the 1974 Lincoln penny today. Depending on the mint mark and condition, a standard 1974 penny may only be worth face value or a few cents over its original worth. However, certain rare variations and error coins can be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. The most expensive known 1974 Lincoln penny, specifically the 1974 D aluminum penny, was sold for a record-breaking $83,672. The value of these coins continues to rise as more collectors enter the market, seeking rare and historical pieces to add to their collections. If you happen to own one of these rare coins, you may want to get it professionally appraised and consider auctioning it to maximize your profits. The 1974 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how even the smallest and most overlooked items can hold immense value. Whether you are a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, keeping an eye out for rare pennies can be a rewarding experience. If you enjoyed this video and found the information useful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates on rare and valuable coins. Let us know in the comments if you have any rare coins in your collection and what topics you would like us to cover next. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving deep into the history, significance, and unbelievable value of the 1970 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that might be lurking in your pocket change. Worth an astounding $53,649 at auction. If you love discovering rare coins, learning about their value, and understanding what makes them so special, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins that could change your life. Now, let's get into it. A look at the 1970 Lincoln penny's history. The Lincoln cent series has been in circulation since 1909, and over the decades, different mint marks and varieties have emerged, some more valuable than others. The 1970 Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small D mint mark below the date on the obverse. During this era, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies annually, but certain errors and rare varieties managed to slip through quality control, making some 1970 pennies worth far more than their face value. The most valuable versions of this coin are those with mint errors, high-grade condition, and rare die varieties, which we will discuss in detail. Key factors that make the 1970 penny valuable: mint mark and production numbers. The Denver Mint struck nearly 2.9 billion Lincoln cents in 1970, making it a common coin in everyday circulation. However, despite the high mintage, rare errors and well-preserved specimens can command massive premiums. Errors and rare varieties. One of the most sought-after varieties of the 1970 Lincoln penny is the double die obverse, DDO. A DDO error occurs when the coin's obverse design is accidentally struck twice at slightly different angles, resulting in a noticeable doubling effect on letters, numbers, and sometimes even Lincoln's portrait. The 1970 DDO penny is incredibly rare, and collectors are willing to pay huge sums for well-preserved examples. High-grade condition, mint state, and red designation. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70, with MS 60 to MS 70 being considered mint state or uncirculated condition. The most valuable 1970 pennies are those that have been graded MS 65 or higher, particularly in red RD condition, meaning they have retained their original copper luster. How much is the 1970 penny worth? Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know. How much money can you get for a 1970 Lincoln penny? Circulated condition. If your penny is worn and has been in circulation, its value is usually between 1 cent and $1 unless it has an error. Uncirculated condition. A well-preserved MS 65 red penny can sell for $100 to $500 depending on demand, rare errors, and high grades. A 1970 double die obverse penny in high grade can sell for anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. The record-breaking sale for a 1970 Lincoln penny was a stunning $53,649, achieved at auction for an MS 67 plus RD graded coin, making it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents from this era. How to identify a valuable 1970 penny? Check for a double die obverse, DDO. Look closely at the date, mint mark, and lettering on the obverse. If you notice any doubling, you could have a rare and valuable coin. Examine the color brown, BN lower value, usually found in circulated condition. Red-brown, RB medium value, showing partial red luster. Red, RD highest value, indicating an uncirculated, well-preserved coin. Get it professionally graded. If you believe your penny is in excellent condition or has an error. Consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to get an official grade and maximize its value at auction. Where to sell a 1970 D penny for maximum profit. If you believe you have a valuable 1970 D Lincoln penny, here are some ways to sell it. Online auctions. Sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections are great for reaching serious coin collectors, coin dealers, and shops. Visit a reputable coin dealer for an appraisal. Coin shows and conventions. Attend numismatic events where experts can evaluate and offer competitive prices. Final thoughts. Could you have a $53,649 penny? The 1970 D Lincoln penny might be a common coin, but rare errors and high-grade specimens can turn an ordinary cent into a small fortune. If you have a 1970 D penny, check it carefully for errors, high-grade condition, and red luster. You might just be holding onto a coin worth thousands. Let me know in the comments if you have any 1970 D Lincoln pennies and if you plan to check your change after this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more coin hunting tips and valuable discoveries. Thanks for watching and happy collecting!